Salve, ben trovati, ben ritrovati. Con questo sono ben 3 video oggi. Avevo particolarmente voglia di vedere come va la storia da qui in poi. Andiamo avanti.
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
Bello così. È congelata l'acqua qui, che è?
Over there. More feathers.
Vediamo.
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
Messaggio all'attenzione del professor Serafeddin. Professore, troverà le munizioni che ha richiesto in queste casse. Dovrebbero essercene abbastanza per combattere la creatura di cui ha parlato. Approntare una bestia volante è sicuramente più facile con dei buoni fucili. Buona caccia. Capriola consente di effettuare una rapida capriola usando la schivata una seconda volta. Non funziona con l'anello di magia divina. Eh. Che è qua? Lanciampolla. Lame a una mano. Permette l'utilizzo di lame a una mano. Attacco base, attacco rapido. Attacco curioso, colpo garantito. Armi a una mano e lame a una mano. Permette l'utilizzo di armi a una mano pesanti, mazze, martelli e asce. Spezza corazze. Armi a due mani pesanti. Lame lunghe. Ciampolla credo sia più divertente. Bombe pure. No. No. Salviamo, che sicuramente sarà qui.
We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar must be here. I hope he'll agree to help us enter the heart of the mountain. All that remains is to find a way to get in.
No, non è successo niente.
This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed. He knows how to protect his home.
Beh, direi,
A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the passage? How can we learn which plant seed is required?
Vinbar was distant. He spoke little. Only one person shared both his love and his secrets.
You're right. We need to find this Sarah. The seed that I have is not enough. I need to find Sarah. She might be able to help. Let's return to the village. Sarah doesn't seem to have returned to her village. Someone here might know where to find her.
These village folk are not the talkative type. It would be a waste of time.
We must find Constantine. The High King can wait.
Ma prima andiamo a Nuova Sirim.
Ah, Sir de Sardet. Did you get my message?
Indeed. The arrival of the de Vespe family in Tierfredi is surprising and no doubt worrying. But without knowing their intentions...
Nothing good can come from that family, for the interests of the d'Orsay family and Serene. But I truly cannot tell you anything about the reason for their presence. The message I received was brief. Aurelia de Vespe announced her arrival on the island and asked to see your cousin as soon as possible. She and her entourage seem to have settled in a region that I do not know. Adag ol Credo, north of Vikshadir. I think it would be good for you to locate her and try to find out more.
I know this place, but I thought that only the Doneigada from the Baragnodas clan knew how to access it. It's a sacred place. That's where Animide shed his blood.
You should also take advantage and visit these unknown lands. Who knows what they have in store for us?
You're right. It's better for us to go and see what it's all about.
Chiedere di una famiglia de Vespa.
What can you tell me about the de Vespe family? I've never met them and everything I know is hearsay.
And, strange and worrying as it is, the rumors are justified for the most part. Nevertheless, I'm not an expert, and I've been away from the continent for a long time. I'm sure Sir de Courcillon will be able to tell you more, but know that they have envied the d'Orsay family's power in the congregation for generations. They have tried to impose themselves many times at its head, holding up the antiquity of their city Pare as a pretext. They bribe messengers, use blackmail and trickery, even murder, according to some people. And don't back down for anything. Be very careful with them, Your Excellency, and don't believe a single one of their lies. They're real vipers. Do you have any other questions?
Oh. Aurelia.
What do you know about Aurelia de Vespe? Is she an important member of the family?
As far as I know, she's the prince's favorite daughter, and the only one left. I seem to remember that she was married to a promising young nobleman for a few years. I heard he died in suspicious circumstances, but I couldn't tell you what happened or if it's even true. But if you want to find out more about her before you go to meet her, you should go to speak to Sir de Courcillon. Do you have any other questions?
La città di Pire.
Do you know the city of Pare?
Legend would have it that it's the oldest city in the congregation, and its ruins bear witness to a glorious past. It's a beautiful city with a river running through it, and whose art and architecture have long been a source of inspiration for the old world. Nevertheless, it doesn't have direct access to the sea, which stopped it from thriving and becoming as powerful as Serene. That's what finally pushed it into the background amidst the larger cities. Do you have any other questions?
Goodbye, Lady Morange.
Goodbye, Your Excellency. Be careful. Don't underestimate the trickery of the de Vespes.
Allora, io mi ricordo questo. Parlando che stiamo grosso modo tra il periodo rinascimentale e periodo coloniale, in quel periodo nel centro Italia, quindi tra lo Stato Pontificio e il Ducato di Firenze, no? Che vi ricorda una certa famiglia in cui il Papa di allora diede in sposa chissà quante volte, cioè sfruttavano la propria figlia, che era una bellissima donna, e causavano problemi, tra virgolette, in corte. In questo momento mi sfugge il nome, comunque è molto famosa come nome. Porca miseria, mi sfugge il nome. Però quante ne ha passate quella per i giochi politici del padre e della sua famiglia. Mannaggia, perché in questo momento non mi viene il nome? Qui c'è una statua, ma perché? Che c'è? No, allora andiamo prima dal cugino, no? Campamento dell'arco di pietra. Me l'ha fatto il giro da tizio però.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
Dad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Catasac and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Catasac wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Catasac are among them. Crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Catasac have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Catasac must have been visiting this place, perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight, but a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks. More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Mamma mia! Vai in ansia così.
I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Mamma mia. Che ha combinato?
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Certo, per battere uno come questo, per una miseria. Allora, vediamo un po'. Talenti. Gratuito livello 3. Numero massimo ingredienti, oggetti ottenuti con la raccolta nei bottini. Aumenta il numero di ingredienti ottenuti nel ciclo, sblocca tutte le opzioni di dialogo contestuali. Perfetto. Massimo attributo credo che lo metterò un punto su precisione.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasach. I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Qualcuno venuto dal continente da poco? Che voleva incontrare il cugino?
And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well, let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? Maybe he was in need of treatment. But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I think you're wasting your time. I know the captain of that outpost. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain of total victory without losses.
Perhaps, unless he was simply obeying orders. It does belong to the coin guard, after all. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Ma questo è proprio pietrificato. Questa è un'ala. Non vedi che roba. Ah, è stata aperta la strada. Allora.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the congregation of merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris, I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
Chiedete la scomparsa di Constantine.
I'm looking for Constantin Dorset, the island governor of the congregation of merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rat hole?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well. You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
His Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
His Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps she can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Chiedi del superstite.
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive. Anything else?
Oh yeah.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Contratto, esploratore scomparso. Uno dei nostri esploratori non ha fatto più ritorno da una missione nella foresta, a nord della regione. Doveva individuare un accampamento di isolani ribelli. Questo esploratore proviene da un'ottima famiglia che promette di ricompensare chiunque abbia informazioni utili per ritrovarlo. Contratto eliminare un gruppo di banditi. Attenzione viaggiatori, sono stati avvistati dei banditi presso il corso d'acqua est. Il loro accampamento è sicuramente nelle vicinanze, pertanto tenetevi lontani dalla zona. A meno che non siate pesantemente armati, chi si occuperà della minaccia riceverà una ricompensa. Interessante. È su? Ammettimelo.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary!
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Pozione sovrana contro le ustioni. Vediamo un po' se posso farlo, non mi tocca andare via. Posso farlo. Non è un antidoto, è una pozione.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. There. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Questo che è morto? No, non ha messo bene alla meglio. Questo pure. Andiamo. Andiamo prima di tutto a Nuova Serina e andiamo a parlare con il maestro. Sì, no, andiamo subito a nord. No. Prova, interroga, sera. Siamo di strada. Già ci sono stato? Dove sono io? Ah, qua. Ah, ci sono delle trappole. Ok, un punticino l'ho preso e boh, sono indeciso su cosa mettere. Che dice qua? Io metterei lame, sinceramente. Che è questo? Armi a due... no, andrei a trappola. Non c'è un pollo. Ah, ma ce l'ho. Ah, ho sbloccato questo. Armi a una mano pesante. Pesa salda, attacchi concatenati, impatto devastante, spezza corazza. Ah, io avevo sbloccato tutti sti tre. Interessante. Beh, visto che ce l'ho, mettiamolo. Pesa salda. In piatto ci siamo andati. Da qua. Oh, oh. Mi sono lasciato qua. Impossibile da scalare. Chissà se di qua invece ci siete passi. C'è qualcosa di strano. Invece fa andare. Ma che stai a fare? Ma come l'hanno fatto in mente questi personaggi? Mannaggia miseria. Devi fare il giro di là. Di là. Però niente, qui non si passa. Io andavo a vedere qui. No. Credo che non è ancora il momento. Strano. Non c'è proprio spazio qua. Quindi la mappa sfalsa proprio.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Karans, do you need something?
What do you intend to do now? Will you become the Dunegad of your clan again?
I will most likely do it, but not now. I still have a lot to discover by your side.
I'm very glad to be able to enjoy your presence a while longer.
Thank you for your kindness, Anormanawi. I am also happy to be with you too. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
C'ero già stato? Ma quando? Una discesa, ma dovevo? Ah, ecco. Bloccato. Ti parea? Il leone, eh? Uomini leone, eh? Forti. Questo sembra più un coniglio. Questa? Beh. Cioè, questo come maschile e femminile qui. A parte il leone. Camminare in quel modo deve essere una fatica. Vabbè. La fa camminare? Bile, vuoi io? Preabile, raccolgo. Ah. Senza di mostro. Grande maglio con cilindro in acciaio. Mia, che vuoi fa male, te? Ok, va. Carina. Un po' carina così. Cucilazzo. Cappello da spadaccino? Mi manca la prima in testa. Cappuccio da assassino. Caruccio. Sarebbe proprio bello così. Peccato che è un po' basso. 132, 96. Niente. 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 Quindi teschio dei re degli uccelli, vendi. Guardate la roba che c'ho, vendi. Tunica da esploratore, vendi. Vendi. Tunica battiture, vendi. Battiture, vendi. Misaccio di navigatore me lo tengo, vendi. Questa è proprio brutta. Vendi. Principe mercante, vendi. Vecchia armatura porchiata grigia, vendi. 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 E vendi. Questa vale 12. Questa 18. Questa 63. Questa 100. Vai, vendi, vendi. Mantello. Sciarpame, magnifica piuma. Vendi. 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 E vendi. Ah, siamo ripuliti. Andiamo. Mi prendi. Dov'è la vostra grazia? Dietro? Oh, bella signora.
I presume.
Indeed. Delighted to meet you, Your Grace.
The accounts I've been given of you and your companions don't do you justice. Truly, it is a pleasure. We're going to become wonderful friends, you and I'm sure of it. Say, aren't we going to be cousins soon?
Pardon me, Your Grace, but I'm not sure I follow. And if I may ask, what is it precisely that brings you to this remote island?
Haven't you heard? Well, it seems the messengers on this island are not particularly reliable. No matter. Your uncle and my father have decided that your cousin, Prince Constantine, and I are to be married. So, here I am.
Oh.
My. This is incredible news.
I know you must be surprised. However, this alliance will be a wonderful way to put an end to the enmity between us, don't you think?
But I must inform you that, sadly, my cousin, he's disappeared. We believe he may have been kidnapped.
Oh? What horrible news. Do you know who's responsible? I assume an investigation is underway.
Of course. And I'm involved in the investigation. Every effort is being made to find the governor.
Well, I'm most reassured that you're in charge. I'm sure you'll find him quickly, and that we'll soon be wedded as planned. Then, you and I will be cousins, of course. Furthermore, I was hoping I might be able to count on your assistance.
Of course, Your Grace. What can I do for you?
You see, I didn't want to impose myself on New Serene until all the necessary arrangements had been made for my arrival. I had the Naughts drop us off in a quiet place outside the city. Too far outside the city, clearly. There were these savages and bandits skulking around the woods and threatening us. They even robbed me. Worst of all, they took the chest in which I was keeping the marriage contract.
Savages? The only savages I know are the ones who invaded our home.
Oh, please forgive me. I meant no disrespect. Natives, then, is it? In any case, it's absolutely mortifying to have to ask you this, but you know the island and its inhabitants better than I do. Could you perhaps retrieve the chest for me? I would be eternally grateful. Cousin.
No, chiedili il furto del forziere.
Can you tell me more about the theft?
Of course. We were unloading our things from those horrid little boats that the Naughts get about in when it was taken. I was busy setting up camp at the time, so I didn't see who it was. My men didn't see much either, because it was dark. But certain natives from the region stopped by in the morning. They were aggressive and insisted that we leave. I'm sure they were behind the robbery, unless it was just bandits. There were a couple that my men chased away, but that's all I know.
Thank you. We'll get about finding it.
Is there anything else?
Chiedile di matrimonio con Constantine.
I won't deny that I'm surprised to hear about your engagement to my cousin, despite the excellent reason you put forth.
Surely you didn't think your cousin would stay single forever. Know that although the decision was not my own, I'm very pleased about it. I got the impression your uncle thought a wedding might calm your cousin a little. And now that he's in the role of governor, he needs a wife of his standing. My father saw an opportunity to get me away from Paren, where I was in great danger, and found me a worthy husband in the process. But again, it's clear that their main intention was to put an end to years of conflict. Is there anything else?
Chiedile di lei.
Since we're going to be cousins, I'll have to get to know you better.
Well, aren't you just lovely? I'm afraid there isn't much to tell. I was raised like any good princess, educated in both arts and arms. But, as I had several older brothers, I was never really given a political role. I'm still my father's favorite, though. You may know that I've already been married once, but my husband was murdered in cold blood as part of a plot at court.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
You're too kind. After he died, my father decided it was best to send me away from Paren. He knew your cousin was unmarried and was tired of the futile disputes between our families. So he contacted Prince d'Orsay, and the rest is history. Is there anything else?
Vai via.
I must be going, Your Grace.
But of course. Goodbye, dear cousin.
Non so, è come se ti volesse prendere per il culo. È poco... Molto popolano come cosa, ma giustifica.
Pleased by what she told you. Would that be because of the contract she spoke of? Your wedding traditions are very complicated.
Yes, the great families use contracts to join two members of their families.
That's what I thought. And it explains why you're so angry. No, I don't understand why she spoke of union when that family is your enemy.
I can't believe it either. There is too much rancor between our families.
A wedding could put an end to that. Couldn't that be your uncle's goal? But I'm not educated in the history of the congregation's ruling families.
I'll believe it when I see the contract. And even then I'll look twice.
Oh, ma è possibile che io ne manco sempre? Ma sono sceso giù. Cos'è lava? Non vedi, qui c'è arrivata la lava.
If I've understood correctly, the chest was here when it was stolen. Ah, there are footprints which lead away from the camp.
Non salirà più su una parete con delle liane del genere, come cavolo si chiama. Basta. Un po' basta. No, sta musichetta. Beh, qui stiamo andando proprio alla cieca. Ah, eccoli qua. Che? Accampamento dei Vespe. Oh, ci sono stato mo. Prima fa così. Sì.
There are other footprints here. They're quite deep, as if the person who made them were carrying a heavy load. We're on the right path. The undergrowth has been crushed. Several people pass through here. Footprints seem less hurried. The thieves must have felt safer here. We must be getting close.
This island. We don't see many around here. But I'm convinced they don't eat their prey where they catch it. They would normally take it back to their lair.
Maybe they were about to do just that when we got here. Let's look around. We'll soon find out. And let's not forget Aurelia's chest. That's curious. On closer inspection, these men were obviously not killed by animals. The stab wounds are clearly visible. This campfire is strange. The ashes and embers are laid out as they should be, but the ground beneath them is untouched. This campfire has not been used. It seems as though it was just laid out as a prop. Something is wrong. The stab wounds on these outlaws and the fake campfire make me think that this whole scene has been staged. We best go back to the camp and return the chest. The Devest coat of arms. This must be the chest Aurelia asked us to find.
Can you open it? I'd be curious to see if the contract she spoke of is genuine.
I can't see a lock, and we'd be hard-pressed to explain why we broke it. We'd better bring it back untouched.
Wait. There are armed men on the path. We should try to find a lookout point to learn more before we move on.
It seems they're Aurelia de Vesp's swordsmen. I'm afraid it is now beyond doubt. These men were sent to ambush us. Aurelia sent us to recover that chest solely in order to get rid of us.
Those men are idiots. They should have done a better job of concealing themselves. We can easily get around them to avoid a fight. Unless you'd like to teach them a lesson.
Campamento Vespe, andiamo.
deserve their nefarious reputation. This whole mission was a trap. First those beasts, and then, in case we survived them, these assassins. What do you intend to do? I suppose we can't just go and ask for an explanation armed to the teeth.
She'll have to answer for this. But, given the power of her family, we must remain polite.
Salva.
You? I didn't think I'd see you again. So soon.
Is that because you'd hoped we'd be clawed to death by those beasts, or because you thought your assassins would get the better of us?
Come now, who do you take me for? I was just putting your courage to the test, that's all. A princess's whim. I kindly suggest you forget all about this little incident. You see, my dear, we Vesps have a habit of knowing as much about our enemies as our friends. I'm afraid my father's men have obtained some rather sensitive information which, well, if the other governors were to find out, it could very well jeopardize your position, along with that of the D'Orsay. If word were to get out about your origin, for example...
Are you trying to blackmail me?
Oh, what a horrid word! Come now, I would never do such a thing. Let's just say that I'm ensuring your loyalty. In fact, some of my men are already at the courts of Hikmet and San Mateus, and ready to act if you try anything. But I'm sure it won't come to that. We'll soon be part of the same family, after all.
Here is your chest. This is the one you sent me to fetch.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you for your help. You have shown yourself to be as reliable as they say. Long may it continue to be the case. Well, now that I've recovered my precious documents, you'll be able to deliver the wedding contract to your cousin in New Serene. I await the preparations for my arrival and accommodation. Then there'll be plenty of time to prepare the ceremony with my husband-to-be.
The arrival of a noble lady such as yourself will require several arrangements. New Serene is a very new city.
Yes, I'm sure. Don't dither for too long now. I'm counting on you to be as quick as possible. And to convince your cousin and his men to be reasonable. You know what's at stake. Is there anything else?
I won't deny that I'm surprised to hear about your engagement to my cousin, despite the excellent reason you put forth.
Surely you didn't think your cousin would stay single forever. Know that although the decision was not my own, I'm very pleased about it. I got the impression your uncle thought a wedding might calm your cousin a little. And now that he's in the role of governor, he needs a wife of his standing.
Mamma mia,
my father saw an
adesso...
opportunity to get me away from Paren. But again, is there anything else?
Io vedi la regione dei suoi ricatti.
Why do you feel the need to resort to blackmail? You have your contract. Why threaten me?
My sweet summer child. You seem to have learnt to navigate the seas of politics in a duck pond. My waters, however, were shark-infested. Knowing the weaknesses of others, as well as how and when to exploit them to ensure unwavering loyalty, is key to survival as a Vesp. I believe I mentioned that my late husband was murdered at court. Well, his killers worked for my brother. My own brother didn't think twice before having the man I loved killed to secure his position. He broke my heart. I understand, of course. I'd probably do the same. And what of it? Do you think I would feel more remorse were it, say, a cousin-in-law? Is there anything else?
Un cugino acquisito. Le sue intenzioni.
What are your intentions? Surely you're not going to all this trouble just to marry my cousin.
And why not? Your cousin's quite the catch, you know. But you're quite right. I want more than just a new husband. I want a place where I can showcase my talents. A place to shine. Who knows? As the governor's wife, I could even become the new legate and try my hand at diplomacy. Unless I decide to keep you, of course.
That is, if you promise to serve me well and aid me in expanding our influence on this island and beyond. The Devesps have long worked in the shadows of the congregation. No more. I hope that answers your question. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
I must be going, Your Grace.
But of course. Goodbye, dear cousin.
Acquisito. E forse neanche ci diventerai. Perché c'è anche un'altra azione. Cacciarti dall'isola.
She has us. We now have the contract, but even if it does turn out to be forged, we have no choice but to bend to her will.
The situation is complicated, but the equation is not unsolvable. If she really does hold incriminating secrets, the only way to confront her now is to get them back before she can use them. Let's go to Hikmet and San Mateus and talk to those henchmen she spoke of.
You're right. It's the only way to put an end to this alliance and supplant the Viper.
Beh, aspetta. Lei te l'ha detto però. Ora abbiamo un po' di roba da fare.
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Ormenawi. How can I help?
Parla della scomparsa di Katash e Constantine.
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded, and your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Doneger. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Donegad must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them, that they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
I have to go.
E vabbè, ma tu me lo dici nella tua lingua, ma fammi capire che cacchio significa. E mannaggia Evo, no? Ok. Il tizio mo si è riposato, andiamo a sentire che dice.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Accampamento di Gidensan. Oh no.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
Indaga sull'attacco di Constantine.
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
Cominci a parlare.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, The power to call volcano fires could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
No, sta andando dalla parte opposta. Mannaggia a me, vado sempre dalla parte opposta. Vabbè. La parte bassa? Scusami, perché? Vabbè, ormai sto qui, non c'è giro.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
Parla dei rituali dei morti.
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegat.
Katasach is dead. Under Vosh Dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness, and Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it, but none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
Will you leave him alive as well?
What do you mean?
You let the one who tried to kill me go.
That is true. But I can't yet tell you what I will do to the one responsible for this. At least we'll have a chance to find Constantine.
Because it is your true reason to act upon this, no? Whatever your reasons deep down, I too would like to understand. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Doren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Doren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
Arco di pietra. Campamento arco di pietra. No, sono andato troppo oltre. Chissà. Non credo. Ammazza, ancora bruciano. Organi di trafago. Signore delle carcasse caduti in attacco. Si tratta di uno degli ingredienti richiesti.
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Crea una produzione per i duoni a nella, accampamento di Gisana. Questa pozione è fatta per la Tiernash Kadatas deve essere usata durante i rituali Anatelasfer. Organi di sarcofago 4 su 3, perfetto. E mettila. Ma se posso salire? No, credo di no. A costruire una scala? No, non sia mai. Mannaggia miseria. Questi spazi chiusi così.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. But the moon is not yet high enough. Would you like to wait with me?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll keep you company.
Sit then in that case. And remain silent. I must meditate. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Atol confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfen, linqui danda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam, de tatamenam reloidan, adotalamen kantebeidam, en antelam verfractangom.
Che bei occhi, Dio.
Katasak! Help me! Please!
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster? Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He recedes badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice. I will need to return to his sanctuary in the north of the island. He must be hiding there.
You know where he is?
Yes, but I wasn't able to enter. I have one seed, but I need another.
Vinbar is a very powerful Donegat, as well as being the High King. He has access to knowledge that even I cannot attain. He has seen the true face of Enol Min Frichtim. His secrets must be well kept. And he would only have shared them with those he loved the most.
Yes, I must find Sarah. She is certainly the only one to know which seed is needed. Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev.
Oh. Bene. Tocca andare a trovare Sera. Andiamo a campo. Visto che lui è un uomo saggio, perché l'ha ucciso? No, strano. C'è qualcosa che non va in lui allora.
And so you have left the cavern, Renaigse. And here you are again.
I have no idea why you suddenly decided to shut us in there, but it matters little. I must know what second seed is required to open the door to the sanctuary. Now, more than ever, we must find Vinbar. He slew Katasak and he holds my cousin captive.
Vinbar would not have killed Katasak. He respected him. And why would he bother with your cousin?
I have no idea why, but I know it to be true. The Tierna Hak Kadaktus revealed this to me. Would you accuse her of lying?
No. You are the one who lies like all the other Renaigse. And I thought that I could trust you. I should never have let you enter the cavern. And even less have allowed you to leave there alive. 8 more!
Watch out! Grenade!
L'ha voluto lei. Ok, andiamo. Questa è la prima volta che mi attaccano gli isolani, eh?
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work.
Mm. Mm. Scegli uno di 10 slot, corazza, selezione equipaggiamento. Infine fai il display avanzato occupo e visualizzare nei dettagli e effetti del tuo equipaggiamento sulle tue caratteristiche. Sì, vabbè, ma a me non mi dice come utilizzare però un'arma al posto che un'altra. Come faccio a utilizzare un'arma? Salva.
King Vinbar, why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it! You are too blind, too renaixed to understand.
Leave him! That's enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Damn it!
have died with him. Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him quick. Constantine! Wake up, please, I beg you! Hang on. We're bringing you home to get you healed.
Fuori dalla prigione di pietra?
3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the 4th time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I wouldn't go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm going to tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it. And in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site. A place full of magic. I followed his instructions. And all of a sudden... What an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened.
Chiedi delle motivazioni del Gran Sovrano.
It seems that Vinbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices.
Chiedi perché non è stato ucciso.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you like the others?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly, of course. I just want to understand.
Chiedi altri dettagli sul rituale.
Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony!
I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am on Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Frictamen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor.
Io gli volevo dire che era raggiunta la sua fidanzata, ma vedo che... no. Io direi basta così per oggi. Voglio vedere missioni secondarie, documenti compromettenti. Coltelli sguainati. No, sovrano. Bene. Abbiamo risolto questo del cugino. Abbastanza anche per questa sera. 3 puntate sono già un bel po'. Come minimo saranno 4 ore di gioco oggi. Davvero tanto. Comincia a esserne pieno. Vado in game over. A domani. Ciao.